Hello, friends all around the world. Welcome to this month's full moon ceremony. The full moon, well, first of all, today's date is the 27th of January. In the Eastern time zone where I live, the full moon is tomorrow at 2:16 p.m. Eastern time. It's in 9 degrees of Leo, and I'm going to describe that for each sign, as I always do, so that you'll know what is coming to a head for you. First, I have a couple of announcements. Some of you are aware that I've been writing an update to my Hidden Messages book, and it will soon be available. I'll announce it. The new title will be Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart. And yes, you know how I am about helping you see your programming and releasing it. Well, that programming is visible in the birth chart. And so it's not quite ready, but it will be in a few weeks, and I'll announce it. As soon as that book is out, the book that I'm really excited about writing is called Take Back Your Life. And it is the actually volume 2 of Move Into the Magic. It's the next step. That will be ready at some point in time very soon, because I'm jumping into that one immediately as soon as Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart is out. So, and of course, I hope you'll join me next month when we do another full moon ceremony. So what I'd like to do is tell you where the full moon falls in your solar chart, and encourage you to pull out your birth chart and see where this full moon falls. Now, the full moon, as I said, it's Eastern time at tomorrow at 2:16 p.m. That's January 28th, 2:16 p.m. And just, change the time from 2:16 p.m. For your time zone. The full moon is in 9 degrees of Leo, literally 9 degrees and 6 minutes of Leo. And remember, on the full moon, everything comes to a head. And so the seeds that you planted 2 weeks ago are now going to bear fruit. And this can be incredibly exciting. Some of you have already begun feeling it, because as we approach the full moon, we feel like we're tuning a guitar. And as we tune it, as we turn that string, it is stretched tighter and tighter until ultimately it pops. And the issues that we have been wanting to complete come to a head. This is really cool. Now, we are also in the shadow of the retrograde Mercury. So everything's just a little bit crazy. You know how that goes on a retrograde Mercury. On the 30th, Mercury comes out of the shadow and actually moves into retrograde. So, more about that as I give you your monthly forecast in a day or so. I'll be recording that. Okay, let's see now. So let me tell you what the full moon triggers in your solar chart. Look at your birth chart and you'll have the total picture. Since the full moon is in great, grand, glorious Leo, let's start with Leo. It's in your first house of your solar chart, Leo. And what you're saying now is, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I can. And frankly, I think that's terrific. It's wonderful to be able to step forward and claim what you are, how you are, and what you want. Virgo, this full moon says pull back, retreat, get away from the world. It's crazy. The inmates are running the asylum. Go, pull back, meditate, give yourself plenty of time to just be. And if it means pulling away from people temporarily so that you can get all your tasks done, explain to people, I love you. I'm just going away for a little bit. We'll talk in 2 weeks. Because the full moon, it pops and then it starts waning. And then in 2 weeks, we have a new moon. Okay, most of you, I think, knew that. But in case you didn't, now you know. Libra, this is a wonderful time to express the humanitarian within you. It's a wonderful time to be with your friends too. And we can be with our friends virtually. We can also be with them if we are social distancing. So Libra loves balance and harmony. And this is a time when being with friends will give you that feeling of balance and harmony. Scorpio, this particular full moon really enhances your career. Now, I know with Mercury getting ready to go retrograde, everything's crazy. However, the full moon is still in your 10th house of career. So move upward. If an advancement is offered to you, take it. Be the leader. It's your turn to do that. I love it. Sagittarius, well, you're going to love this full moon because it's in your natural house, in the natural zodiac. It's in the 9th house of your solar chart. And you're ready to spread your wings and soar. You're looking for new options. You're looking for truth. And you're looking to soar above the clouds. And this particular full moon says, go for it. Go for it. The 9th house deals with truth. It deals with principles. And so you may find yourself taking a stand for your truth, your principles, the philosophy of your life. I love that. Capricorn, this is a time to help other people financially, perhaps. It's also a time to get some conclusion to any issue that has been going on, particularly if joint finances are involved. Are you involved in a business of some sort with another person? That would be joint finances. It's a wonderful time to look at what you have created so that you can change your invitation to the world, because this is the time for you to transform yourself. Oh, beautiful. Aquarius, well, all of your relationships are activated, whether they are personal relationships or business relationships, the one-on-one relationship. This is really cool. Is there somebody special in your life? Spend time with them. If there's nobody special in your life, get out there and meet them. And you might say, well, I can't. I'm socially distancing. You can do it virtually. It's a new world out there. We're all adjusting to it. And Pisces, this is a beautiful time to take care of your health. It's a beautiful time to serve other people, to pick up the tasks, perhaps, that other people don't want to do, because you are the sign of service and you want very much to be needed. And here is your opportunity. Are you thinking of changing jobs? With Mercury retrograde, it might not be the time to take on a permanent job, but certainly a job that would be temporary and that would be your next step. After that, when Mercury goes direct and comes out of the shadow that always follows, you can change the job or revamp it. Okay, Aries, it is time to party. Even if you have kids, because if you have children, and by the way, your pets can be children. You know that. Many of you know that. So if you have kids, they're going to want some of your attention. In fact, they're going to want all of your attention. Definitely spend time with them and party. Taurus, it's time to spend time with family at home. You might say, I just want to sit in front of the TV and relax. This is a terrific time to do it. Are you making changes in your home? Are you renovating, doing something to improve the house? Cool. This is wonderful. Also, to be in touch with family members. Gemini, it's a time of communication, which it always is for Gemini. The Gemini mind never stops, and sometimes the mouth follows. It's a great time to finish up that book you've been writing. And it's a wonderful time to just pick up the phone and call your friends, call your siblings, just talk to people. That will lift your spirits. And last but not least, Cancerians, your money comes to a head. And so the seeds that you have planted to create financial abundance, there they are. There is the fruit of your labor. I love this. I just love it. Okay. What I'd like to do now is go through the next step that I always do, and everybody seems to love it. It is taking the lists that we have written. You can see I put it on very fancy paper here. If you have not made a list of what you'd like to create for yourself in the next 30 days, put this video on pause and write it down, okay? This does not have to be a long novel, okay? Do it just little bullets, because you know what you want. And if you know what you want, then God knows what you want. Source knows what you want. And what I always do, it's been so long since I've been at the Phoenix and Dragon and done my full moon ceremony there. When I say what I've always done, that's what I'm talking about. I'm really looking forward to the time when I can return to the Phoenix and Dragon. They're not holding classes or anything like that. And of course, our full moon ceremonies had 40, 50, 60, 70 people present. And it was growing when COVID hit. And I was wondering, you know, if it gets much larger, we're going to have to find a parking lot. Anyhow, I'm really looking forward to that. So what we do now is we burn our lists. If you don't want to burn them, you don't have to. You can just tear them up. What you want to do is release them to the universe, release them to God. Because when God delivers, it's tenfold what you've asked for. Many of you have seen that, I know. Now, once you release your list, and this is why we burn them. If you tear it up, or if you save it, there's a tendency to keep looking at it and kind of gaze heavenward and say, well, when are you going to deliver? It's been a week. It's on God's time, not Mickey Mouse time, not clock time. So if you get it out of your hands and know that it will return to you tenfold when you are ready to receive it. And I know many people say, I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I've been ready. When you can feel it, when you are living it before it even arrives, when you're vibrating to it, that's when you get it. And you don't have to, it only takes a second to feel that. And you never want to let it go after that. So, look at there. Actually did it. So I am releasing my list to the universe. And I've got this very attractive bowl. And I'm just going to let this burn. I'm going to set it over here. The reason I'm very respectful of fire, I can't work one of those doohickeys. And when I have my full moon ceremony at Phoenix and the Dragon, there's always somebody there who's really good with those fire starters. And they're so kind. And they will start the fire and keep it going for us, because I use a big flower pot. You know, if you're going to do 70 lists, and there are never 70 because some people don't bring a list. If you don't bring a list, you have an invisible list because God already knows what you want. And so everybody has an opportunity to step up to the flower pot and put their visible or invisible list in the pot and send it on fire to God. So once it is released, we give thanks that it's on the way. What we want is on the way to us. Because if you have a feeling of anticipation, and I mean true anticipation, it's kind of an excitement. Your energy, your vibration increases and you attract it to you. And if your left brain comes into it and says, you know, that's fantasy, come on, you tell your left brain to take a hike. Because when you give your list to God, you're not asking your brain to deliver it. You're asking Source, Spirit, to deliver it. And you're doing it on Spirit's time. Okay? Now, the next step of what we do, and now we start getting into the part that people really love, although I think everybody loves every part of the full moon ceremony, because everyone who attends brings something to the circle. And this is why after we burned our list and we go around the circle, which we can't do it here because this is being broadcast all over the world. But at that point, it belongs to everybody. And so everyone in the circle has brought something to the circle, because in that circle, we are all one. We are not different groups, different individuals. We are one. And so many of you are empaths, and you know that what one feels, the whole feels, if they're functioning on that level. And on my list, I'll tell you, I want a world of peace and truth and love. And I have found that so many people are in their story. And it's easy to get back into your story because of what's going on in the world. In order to come from love, what I suggest that you do is put your hand on your heart That's love. And when there's a whole group doing it, imagine if you've never been to one of my in-person full moon ceremonies, imagine a group of 50, say 50, 60, 70 people with their hands on their hearts. And that vibration spreads through the entire group instantly. Well, if all of you do it with me, we're sending it out to the world. Because when you move into the light, you are creating it for yourself. You're sharing it with your brothers and sisters, no matter where they live. And that love is God. So what I'm going to do for everybody present, I have notes here because I tend to talk about different things and I want to make sure I stay on target. Okay. You already turned your list over to God. There may be one thing that you want more than anything else in this world. And I just shared what I want. If you want that, claim it. Share it with me. Okay? And so what we're going to do now is very, very simple. In your right hand, you extend your right hand, and in it, you place what you really, really, really want and ask Source to show you what you really want. You might think you want money, and you do not want money. You might want to live. You might have a relative who you want to live. You might want health for yourself more than anything. You might want to be able to express your healing ability, and you've been holding back on that. You might want to be a wonderful, brilliant tarot card reader, and you've been second guessing yourself because you don't think you're good enough. So in your right hand, you put what you want. And if you feel emotional about it, if you start to tear up, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now in your left hand, put what is keeping you from that, who or what. Don't think about it, just do it. Do you need to forgive somebody? Are you carrying anger toward them? Are you fearful of success? What will that mean if you're successful? Do you have to move away? Are you afraid of failure? A lot of the people I read now are not afraid of failure. They are afraid of success. And when you feel that, when you get it, just toss it out to the universe. Give it to God quickly. Get rid of it. And you are left with what you want. And once you are left with that, once again, take your hand, which contains what you want, and put it on your heart. And you're going to go back to the moment you were born, when you were just pure spirit, pure love, pure truth. And you're going to repeat, I, followed by your full name at birth. So you would, I'll tell you when, you would say, I, Susie Q. Smith, the third, And you say it out loud. Okay? And then I'm going to give you the acceptances. And these are very powerful. I will be including them in my book, Take Back Your Life. So don't worry about writing them down unless you choose to, in which case, definitely write them down. And so at the count of 3, wherever you are on this planet, simply say, I, followed by your full name at birth. And I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to give my name because I want you to focus on yours. Does that make sense? Okay. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, I take back my heart and let all of God's love pour down from the top of your head through every cell in your body and out the soles of your feet as you take back your heart. I take back my soul. Accept that. I take back my mind so I can think. I take back my body. It's my body. I take it back. I take back my honor. I take back my identity. Your identity is spirit in an earthbound body. I take back my self-respect. I take back my God-given power. And finally, I take back my life. And you can do those steps anytime you want. Just save this video and play it back or write down the steps. Truth is truth is truth. Nobody has a patent on it. Okay, now what I would like to do with everybody is one of my favorite things. I think you know, many of you who I've worked with and taught, you know, I made up these star cards. They're star cards because I put a star on each one. And they have a very positive statement on them. And so, can you imagine? Some of you I know really are excited about this because you can imagine. If everybody who's watching this now accepted the beautiful truths on these star cards, we would create a new world just by accepting these truths. Okay, so here we go. What I'm going to do is read it and then you accept it by saying I. I'll do the first one with you, okay? You are funny. I am funny. That's what you say. I am funny. You know, laughter is the best medicine. Well, love is the universal healer, and laughter is just, because you're taking in oxygen and you're happy and all that good stuff. Okay. Next one, after I am funny. Claim your success. I claim my success. You getting excited? You are free. I am free. You are God made manifest. I am God made manifest. You are brilliant. I am brilliant. You are charismatic. I am charismatic. Be the star. I am the star. You are gorgeous. You are gorgeous. That's hard for people to do, accept their beauty. Ooh, if you can do that, yes. Your clients and friends love you. Doesn't it feel better and better and better? People listen when you speak. People listen when I speak. People want to be with you. People want to be with me. You make a difference. Okay, last two. Claim your true place. I claim my true place. And finally, you are radiantly healthy. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Please feel free to share this video with anybody you like. And if I have not yet done your personal forecast for the next 6 months or 12 months, or if I have not yet done your birth chart, just go to my website, Maxine Taylor, and I look forward to doing it. Let me make sure I've covered everything. And so, dear friends, my hope, my wish, my blessing is that the stars shine brightly on you and yours, and that here in the United States, the stars shine brightly on President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Bye for now.